Peep Kenobi urges you to like this video and subscribe or he will lose the high ground. The things you would do for some likes. Drinking my own pee for views. Kid in my son's class explained to me that she was sure he has two moms because he has the pretty mom and the other mom. She described each to me in great detail. Reader, both are me. With a stroke of her pencil. My 6-year-old has once and for all settled the Chinooka/Chinooki/etc. spelling debate. A very happy honk to you all. I wish you a happy honk. My brother used to think that a man sat under the escalators and operated them. He also thought that man's name was James and that was his real dad, not our dad. So every time we passed the escalators at the mall my brother would scream at our dad, "You're not my real dad. James is my real dad. What the duck?" Wanted to make sure the pliers were sharp. My wife is white and I'm Hispanic. When asked why I'm drawn differently, he said we are all brighter than daddy. Drawing/test. At home. I'm thankful for my flimwy. Him. Mom. Can I say the G word? Me. What's the G word? Him. I don't know if I can say it. You guess. Me. God. Him. No. Me. Goober. Him. No. Me. Can you just tell me the G word? You won't get in trouble. Him. Shut. Me. You cannot say the G word. What did he say? My friend's kid got stuck in our cat tower. Kid gets his head stuck in cat tree. I just saw a child go I'm going $10 mode and take out $10. My 10-year-old cousin once said I'm going Gatorade mode before throwing a basketball as hard as he could at the wall. Mr. Beast. Breathe. I will not breathe until Mr. Beast comments. All this time the cat was getting blamed. I'm currently babysitting. I walked in on my niece doing this. My daughter's favorite piece of the loaf because it doesn't have any crust. I was shopping in a store with cologne samples. My 10-year-old brother sprayed on cologne and I asked him what he sprayed on. Instead of saying polo, he said polio. I was so excited for my EVGA step up from my 3070 Ti to 3090. Took the opportunity to clean my PC while removing it. My 3-year-old son decided to give it a bath while I stepped away for a minute. Literally in the bath. F in the chat for me boys. Kid in my kindergarten didn't want to wait for me to open their cheese. In first grade a kid in my class brought a baby painted turtle for show and tell and at that point, it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. On the way out to recess I snuck it into my jean jacket pocket so I could play with it. Best recess ever, but afterwards I didn't have a chance to sneak it back into the little container. Kid notices, starts bawling. Teacher asks if anyone took the turtle because it was missing. Silence. Here's burning. Teacher then asks if anyone knows where the turtle was. I immediately raise my hand and say I think it might be in my jacket pocket. As she's recovering it, I start repeating over and over that I didn't know. When I was a small child, I remember when my parents told me the Christmas tree was fake. They told me they had to assemble it bit by bit. I saw some of the needles that had fallen off and I assumed that because the needles were separate that my parents had actually attached every single needle one by one. I was shocked. I couldn't imagine how long it took them to do it. When I tried to communicate this, they seemed confused. They said it was no big deal. It just took them 20 minutes to do. This blew my mind even more. I spent the next several hours picking up every needle I could find and trying to figure out how to attach them back onto the tree. 2 kids in my class just found out that Stonehenge is a real place and not just from a Disney movie. This is where my almost 2-year-old chose to hide after I told him it was time to go. Poked my head in my 3-year-old's room early this morning. For some reason, she put her step stool on her pillow and is sleeping next to it. My daughter keeps wearing fur-lined footwear to play in the leaves. Snorting G Fuel. 100% safe. This portrait of MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. So I have been working as an English teacher at a secondary institute for about 3 months now. I endure a lot of crazy situations, but this one topped it for me so far. One day while in class with my 12 to 13 year old students, I noticed that one student, let's call him Samuel, was away. So I asked another student where he was. He tells me that Samuel went to the local pond and drank the dirty water. Out of shock, I said he did what? And the student repeats it, calmly, like it's a normal thing. For the next 2 weeks, Samuel was sick at home. Poor child. I'll never forget when Halo 3 just came out, and when I was 7 I played the first mission, and as the soldiers were running by I said get a move on M words, the look on my dad and uncle's face, right before I got slapped. Looking after my friend's little cousin, and I wake up her making her own breakfast. That's a cat food bowl, but I'm not gonna tell her. I wonder what Teddy did do to deserve this fate. So, one of my pre-K students got on the bus today and noticed that his bus driver looked different. She was a substitute driver and had much darker skin than his regular driver. He stares at her and grins and says, "Take off your mask." I said, "We all have to wear our masks on the school bus." "Not that mask. That one." And points to her forehead. That's when I realize. I'm like, no, my friend. That is her skin. She is a different driver than you usually have. Her skin looks different because she is a different person. Different people have different skin. Why is it like that? "Take it off," he says, starting to get mad. "Why is my skin brown?" The driver says, looking seriously offended. "Let me assure you, our school is very diverse." He just could not process that the driver was a different person. So he tried to take her face off. Now we won't have to shovel the walk for a whole month. Hello fellow school hater, help us all stop school by buying fake snow as much as possible. Do not tell your parents, or else then we will activate the fake snow on the road in front of your house/apartment to stop school for at least a day and be on the news. We will do this on December 1st at 12 PM. Please send this to everyone who hates school to help us complete this. Yes, okay, will do. Got upset because his sister got prettier wrapping paper than him. When I was in preschool I was doing a paper match planet. One kid ate an entire ducking glow applicator. I don't remember what happened after that. Wait, what? 12-year-old son asked for 2 sandwiches. I suggested making one and cutting a piece of bread in half for a second, smaller sandwich. Me. I'm in 3rd grade. People treated me like a criminal because I killed somebody. People runs away. I guess the wall needed some flair. Kid floods bathroom. Me, years ago. I'm vengeance. I'm the knight. I'm the master of stealth. I'm baby man. 10/10. Not a fan of my son reaching in his pants and pulling out his hand and yelling, "Daddy." Owen peeped. Time to take a bath. And then smearing it everywhere. Happy Monday. 3-year-old plus Alexa equals my personal nightmare. Your top song of the year was All Star by Smash Mouth. You played it a very reasonable 512 times. As is your right. Share this story. My friend put this on his Instagram story yesterday. It's one of his copybooks from when he was 5. Think 5-year-old me was watching too much news. Today is Monday the 15th of December. It is 9 days to Christmas Eve. It is 10 days to Christmas Day. Saddam Hussein was captured yesterday. I'm excited because Santa Claus is coming. My toddlers unknowingly came up with a dark joke. They recently discovered jokes. They're 4.5 and 3. So jokes are new and beloved to them. The majority are silly and involve peep. For example, how does a dog walk? How? With peep legs. Cue the giggling. How does a cat climb? How? On a peep tree. Giggling. Or, How does a bird fly? How? With peep wings. Giggling. Seriously, it's always peep. Which is why their dark joke caught me off guard. What does a cow eat? What? I was expecting peep, followed by giggling. But this is how the joke really went. What does a cow eat? What? Whispering creepily. They're babies. For the past couple of weeks, they'll tell each other that joke, and both will whisper, babies. LMAO. When I was in the 5th grade, maybe 10 or 11, I had the mentality that anything on my body that was abnormal was a sign of answer. It was pretty morbid, now that I think about it, but anyways, there was this one time I got in the shower and discovered a bright red ball under my armpit. Being the absolute genius I cried for an hour in the shower thinking about how I was going to break the news to my grandma that I have answer. I didn't even try to touch it or take it off thinking it would make it worse. When I finally got out of the shower and was drying myself carefully, I accidentally dried over the red ball and it came off. It took me an hour and a half to realize that the red ball was a string from my loofah and I just spent an hour crying over it. In the end, I sat in the tub like this for quite some time like this. My friend just sent me this picture of a pumpkin pie she made for Thanksgiving that her 3-year-old snuck into. I wonder how their kids will look. But, the Supreme Court has granted marriage equality. You mean, we can marry who we want? Rubber ducky, you're the one. Why the duck does this have a parental advisory? Came home from work today. Found this frog inside. When you're in the grocery store chilling and your mom is having a full-out conversation with a stranger. Spaghetti in my 20s. Spaghetti in my 30s. Don't touch the furniture. Single mothers love dressing their kids like the men who left them. Want to know the best thing about being a big brother? You'll always have someone to boss around. Cool. Get me milk? Sure. 1 second. Do my homework, nerd? Sure. 1 second. Make me dinner? Sure. 1 second. Want to know the best thing about being a big brother? What? Not sure if screaming kids outside are having fun or being murdered. Silence is golden. And duct tape is silver. Wow. It's not fair. Yikes. Remember when you used to be like that? Man. I used to be annoying. 5 minutes earlier. I want ice cream. Maybe you should whisper? Why? It's just a little girl. What's she going to do? Meanwhile, bribery proof video. Recall petition already has 100,000 signatures in 10 minutes. Told my little brother to label the shoes and soccer cleats. Shoes cliffs. Cindy. Have my meeting moved to tomorrow. I hear the ice cream truck outside. Driving 7-year-old kids I babysit to soccer when suddenly, oh my gosh, the Moves Like Jaguar song. Turn it up. I'm pretty sure it's Moves Like Jagger, guys. Yeah, the big cat. Moves like Jaguar. A friend walked into her nursery to see this. Hey man. We are gonna TP Mr. Allen's house. You in? You know it, bro. Done, you kids. Good morning. Today is a free write day. You may choose your own topic to write about in your journal. Tomorrow I'm not going to be here because I'm going to be in Binge. 922 equals 1 + 1 = 2. I like Mrs. Edwards. She is my teacher. I like when she does moth with us. Get high without dogs. Found this in a doctor's office. I'm not convinced they know what dogs do. So my mom is a 2nd grade teacher and her class recently read Charlotte's Web. Then they had to answer questions about the story. Here was one kid's response. 1. How did the goose and the gander feel about Templeton? They thought he was going to break it. 1. Why do farmers kill pigs? They kill pigs to turn them into bacon ham. 2. What would you do to save Wilbur? I would not save Wilbur because I like bacon ham. 3. Why was Mrs. Arable worried about them? Because she thinks the animals talk. How sweet. All the kids are playing together. Red Rover. Red Rover. We summon Azerian Hellbeast of the third age. Over. Adorable. To be young and carefree again. Rich kids be like. Which one matches my outfit? Tell me, what is your dream? My dream is to make people happy because I'm happy. Are you happy? Children. We spend first 2 years teaching them to walk and talk, then spend the next 16 telling them to sit down and shut up. Hey kids, wanna buy some Wii? This is exactly what I would do if I spawned a kid. Did you just say spawned? When the whole squad looking fresh. When you saw the Snigtoy in a split midair, you know Disney Channel was about to drop a bomb ace movie. Kids have so much energy because they siphon it out of their parents like magid gasoline thieves. Me around kids. Found this while working. Children scare me. If only dealing with younger siblings was this easy. My 3-year-old daughter stood next to her newborn brother and looked at him for a while, then turned and looked at me and said, "Daddy, it's a monster. We should bury it." The CDC rolling out its plans for never-ending Cupid jabs for children. Are ya ready, kids? What adults see, what kids see. When you're 15, but you post into the kids stream. I don't always drink milk, but when I do. Me, you can bring one toy with you, my kid. 3. Can I be Cinderella? Me, sure. You can help me mop the floors. Scrub the toilets and the dishes need to be put away. 3. Me, well. 3. Can I be Sleeping Beauty? Kid, sobbing. Something happened to my toy. Daddy, it's not making sounds anymore. You. High schoolers, riding no-handed on their bikes. 7-year-old me, is it possible to learn this power? There are only 2 reactions when a relative brings a gigantic gift for your kids into the house. Kids, parents. Someday we'll catch that laser pointer. Someday. When your kid hurts themselves doing something you told them not to. Yes. Very sad. Anyway. Me. Did your sister say you could use that? Kid. No. Me. Did you break it? Kid. Yes. Also kid. But it's still not my fault. Kid. What are you drinking? Me. Coffee. It's really hot. You wouldn't like it. Children's attention when a prize is introduced in class. Cake? Nope. We haven't seen any cake. Toddlers all proud of themselves after running away with a Sharpie. New England dad. Kid, I'm hungry. Me, you didn't eat your dinner. Kid, I don't feel like eating that. Me, well I guess you ain't so hungry. No one. Absolutely no one. My 4-year-old. When I was in your tummy it was super gross in there. Eat the meal I just made that you requested. Or, draw 25. My kid. You didn't disappear. You just covered your eyes. When your friend asks their parents if you can sleep over and you're just in the back like, "Mommy, can you come hang out in my room? I wanna show you what my favorite YouTuber just did." My kid in the stick he found while we were on a walk 3 days ago. My kid after I take away the iPad. When it's a snow day from school, but mom says you're old enough to shovel the driveway. My mom. This animal just eats, sleeps, and never takes a shower. Me and my dog trying to figure out who she's talking about. 3 years in jail for stealing my nose. My toddler from the moment he wakes to the moment he goes to sleep. Porpoise noise continues. 5-year-old me. It cannot be. Waiter. People over 60 get a free meal. Me. Perfect. My mom just turned 61. Mom. You dare use my own spells against me, Potter? What happens when a creative kid has a creative mom? My mom wold gave me a creative whoopin'. My kid telling me he's sleepy after acting like a feral no-nap lunatic all afternoon. Yeah, no kidding. My daughter just asked me where we keep our crowbar, and I'm pretty sure that's my cue to end the unsupervised play portion of our day. Listening to my son's reasoning why I'm the meanest parent in the whole world. When your kid rips a big one, but you know, if you laugh they'll start endlessly trying to fart for your amusement. When your kid surprises you with a special snack they made just for you. When you show your kid something you loved as a kid and they just shrug and ask to play with your phone. Me as a kid. My dreams and hopes for the future. Growing up. Every kid at 6:30 in the morning. I have a question. Well, actually not just one question. I have all of them. I have all the questions. Please hold my hand and walk next to me, kid. 6-year-old me when the cashier finishes scanning the items, but mom isn't back yet. Me, my kid spotting a new expensive Lego set. My mom, 12-year-old me, all the groceries in one trip,